Good morning, students. Last time we were reading about congruent figures and especially congruent triangles, and we had seen the two figures will be congruent if they have same shape and same size. The same definition for triangles also. The two triangles will be congruent if they have same size and same shape. Okay, means if one is overlapped to another, they completely cover to each other. In such case, when two triangles are congruent, then we had seen that their corresponding sides and corresponding angles must be equal. After that we had seen that what are that congruency rules, what are that conditions on two triangles to become them congruent. Few of the rules I have explained. First one, SAS congruency rule. If two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and included angle of another triangle, then that triangles are congruent. Second one, triple S congruency. If all the three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding three sides of another triangle, then triangles are congruent. And third one, ASA. If any two angles of one triangle and included side including that two angles will be equal to the corresponding two angles of another triangle and included side, then the two triangles are congruent. And we know that if two angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two angles of another triangle, then it is very easy to prove that third angle of the first triangle be equal to third angle of another triangle. So from there we will get a congruency rule AAS, means there is no restriction on the side to include between the two angles. Means if any two angles and the side of one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles and corresponding side of another triangle, then triangles are congruent. See, A is a congruency rule, and from here we had proved, हमने प्रूव किया था that AAS is also a condition for being two triangles congruent. But this is not two different congruency rule, that is the same. Okay, and see, one question arises here that as like ASA, AAS also a rule, is there SSA become a rule? No, SSA cannot be a rule, because it may be possible that the two sides in two triangles, two sides and an angle which is not included between that two sides will be equal to the two sides and angle of the another triangle, but they are not congruent. Okay, so this is not the congruency rule, this one is the congruency rule. Now today I am going to explain another congruency rule, that is especially for the two right angled triangles, that is RHS congruency rule. RHS congruency rule. What is RHS congruency rule? As like these are this is also clear from its name. In two right angles will be always equal. In two right angled triangles, right angles will be always equal if their hypotenuse becomes equal and any side of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides of another triangle, then triangles will be congruent. Okay, see, for example, consider an example. ABC is a triangle, PQR is another triangle. Both are right angled at B and at Q respectively. This is 4 centimeter. This is 4 centimeter. This hypotenuse is 5 centimeter. That is 5 centimeter. Okay. So see, in this right angles are equal, hypotenuse are equal, and corresponding sides are equal. So when we overlap this triangle to this one, see, because AB is equal to PQ, when we put A on P, then necessarily B will be coincide with Q. Why? Because both AB and PQ are equal in length. Now because this angle B and angle Q are equal, clearly this BC falls on QR. Because the separation between AB and BC are same. That's why. If this is more than 90, then BC falls like this. If this is less than 90, then BC falls like this. But because angle B and angle Q both are equal, that's why BC must fall here on QR. And AC must fall here on AR. And because AC and AR are equal, that's why this C must coincide with R. And in this situation, both triangles are completely covered to each other. So RHS is also a congruency rule, especially for the two right triangles. And what is the statement? In two right triangles, if hypotenuse of any side of one triangle is equal to hypotenuse and corresponding side of other triangle, then triangles are congruent. Okay, got it? So these two triangles are congruent. Okay. Now I am going to explain about some important things related to triangles. First, as I have discussed in lines and angles, I think that time we have also discussed about concurrent lines. See, concurrent lines. What is concurrent lines? 3 or more lines. LM. 3 or more lines which intersect at the same point. See, that is 3 lines which intersect at the same point O. So that is called concurrent lines. In this case, L, M, N are concurrent lines. Okay, and here in another situation, you can see this one. This situation, here L dash, M dash and N dash are the 3 lines, but you can see L dash and M dash intersect at P, M dash and N dash intersect at Q, and L dash and N dash intersect at R. All the 3 lines not intersect at the same point. So in this situation, L dash, M dash and N dash are not concurrent lines. Got it? Means what is the concurrent lines? 3 or more. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था collinear points. 3 or more points which lies on the same straight line. If there are some points, 3 or more points which not lies on the same straight line, they are called non-collinear points. What is the definition of concurrent lines? 3 or more than 3 lines which intersect at the same point like this. So I am going to write down the definition of concurrent lines. 3 or more lines which intersect at the same point. Called concurrent line. Okay, lines. Okay, now I am going to explain about in center and in circle. In center and in circle of any triangle. ओके, अभी आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा होगा, लेकिन अभी मैं आपको इसको समझा देता हूँ कि क्या होता है, इन सेंटर क्या होता है एंड इन सर्कल क्या होता है. कंसीडर अ ट्रायंगल. दिस इज अ ट्रायंगल ABC. How many angles it has? 3 angles. Angle A, angle B, and angle C. Draw bisectors of these angles. Bisectors of any angle means what? The line which divides that angle into two equal parts. Listen carefully. If this angle measurement is 70 degree, then a line which divides this angle into two parts, 35 degree and 35 degree, two equal parts. ध्यान से सुनिए. We can draw a line which divides it into two parts. It may be possible that two angles which form by using that line are not equal. If its measurement is 70 degree, then division of in 10 degree and 60 degree is also division in two parts. In 20 degree and 50 degree is also division in two parts. But we want a line which divides it into two equal parts. That line is angle bisector. So draw the angle bisector of angle A, angle B and angle C. Means draw the lines which divides angle A, angle B and angle C in two equal parts. Okay, so I am going to draw this line. See, that is line L. That is the bisector of angle A. That is line M. That is the bisector of angle B, and that is line M. That is the bisector of angle C. And so here L, M and N are bisectors of angles of any triangle, of triangle ABC. See, अब देखो L, M और N को मैंने एक ही पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट कराया है, बिकॉज ये होता है एंगल बाइसेक्टर्स ऑफ एनी ट्रायंगल आर कॉनकरेंट. नोट, angle bisectors of any angles of any triangle are concurrent. Got it? And this intersection point, that is the intersection point of angle bisectors of angles of any triangle, that is called incenter. Got it? Here, intersection point of angles of any triangle is called incenter of triangle, of that triangle. Got it? So if someone asks you that what is incenter of any triangle, then that is the intersection point of angle bisectors of angles of any triangle. In any triangle, how many angles are there? 3 angles. Okay? For each angle, we have a bisector. Means there are 3 angles, so there are 3 bisectors. And all that 3 bisectors are concurrent. That's why they intersect at a single point. That particular point is called incenter of the circle. Now from this intersection point, from this incenter, draw the perpendiculars on the sides of the triangle. So I से आप perpendicular draw कर दो. I am on BC, I N on AC, and I P on AB. Then we have 3 lengths here. Here IN, that is perpendicular on BC, IN, that is perpendicular on AC, and IP, that is perpendicular on AB. They will be equal. Draw the perpendiculars from incenter to the sides of the triangle and measure their lengths. They will be equal to each other. That is equal to 2 cm, 3 cm, 5 cm, 7.6 cm, whatever but they all will be equal. Let they are equal to R. Use a compass and take this R as a radius. If suppose this it will become 3 cm. So take 3 cm as a radius. Okay. Now take I as a center. I as a center and R as a radius, means 3 cm as a radius. And by using compass, what you can do? We can draw a circle. Draw a circle. Draw a circle. Clearly, because IM, IN and IP are equal and the length of these is taken as the radius, our circle must passes through M, N and P. You will see there is a circle formed inside the triangle, and this is formed by using incenter, and this circle formed inside the triangle touches the side exactly at one point, M, N and P. This circle is called incircle. Incircle. Okay. So what is incenter and incircle? Incenter is the intersection point of angle bisectors of angles of the triangle. Simple. And incircle is the circle formed by using incenter as the center and length of perpendiculars from incenter to sides of the triangle as a radius. Okay. Now next I am going to explain medians and centri of any triangle. Medians and centri of any triangle. Medians and center. Very easy. I am going to first explain what is medians. In class 7, I think in class 7 or in class 8, you will read about medians also. See, what is the medians? Consider a triangle. ABC is a triangle. There are three vertices: vertex A, vertex B, vertex C. So if we consider vertex A, what is the opposite side of vertex A? That is BC. BC is a line segment, so its length will be fixed. Suppose this is of length 10 cm. Consider a point on BC D, which divides this BC into two equal halves. Means this is 5 cm, that is also 5 cm. So this D will be called midpoint. You know this? Midpoint of BC. D is midpoint of BC. Join this A to D. A to D. So what we have? We have a line segment. AD is the line segment. Line segment is what? Part of line which have two endpoints. Clearly AD has two endpoints A and D. Clearly AD is a line segment. How can we form AD? See, this is formed by joining vertex of the triangle to the midpoint of opposite side. A हमने वर्टेक्स लिया, इसके अपोजिट साइड BC के मिड पॉइंट को लिया और इस दोनों को ज्वाइन कर दिया. ये एक लाइन सेगमेंट हो गई. दिस इज कॉल्ड मीडियन ऑफ द ट्रायंगल corresponding to the side BC. So what is the definition of median? What is the definition of median? Median is the line segment. It is the line segment. Okay? कैसा लाइन segment? Formed by कैसे फॉर्म हो रहा है? ज्वाइनिंग किसको ज्वाइन करने पे? वर्टेक्स ऑफ द ट्रायंगल टू joining the vertex of triangle joining the vertex of the triangle to the midpoint of its opposite side. ये ध्यान रखिएगा. किसको ज्वाइन करना है? जिस वर्टेक्स को आप ले रहे हो उसके अपोजिट साइड के मिड पॉइंट को ज्वाइन करना है. सो AD is what? In this case AD is median. किसका मीडियन है? ऑफ ट्रायंगल ABC का मीडियन है. corresponding to side BC. इसको हम BC के corresponding मीडियन करें. ठीक है? तो कितने वर्टेक्स हैं? There are 3 वर्टेक्स. A है, B है, तो B के भी corresponding हम मीडियन फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. इसके अपोजिट साइड पे जाओ AC, इसके मिड पॉइंट को खोजो. दैट इज सपोज E is the midpoint. So join BE. So BE is what? B is same. The line segment formed by joining the vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. Okay. So BE is median of triangle ABC corresponding to side AC के corresponding. ऐसे ही ये C है वर्टेक्स, इसके अपोजिट साइड AB पे जाओ और इसके मिड पॉइंट F को खोजो और F को C से ज्वाइन कर लो. So CF is what? CF is the line segment formed by joining the vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. So CF is also median. Is median of triangle ABC corresponding to side किस साइड के corresponding है? AB corresponding to the side AB. Okay. Now you can observe. corresponding to each side, we have a median. There are 3 sides in a triangle, so there will be 3 medians. And you can see these 3 medians AD, BE and CF intersect at the same point, that is called O. And this intersection point is called centroid. Centroid. Okay? So what is centroid? Intersection point of medians. And what is medians? Medians is the line segment formed by joining the vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. Okay? So medians हमने देख लिया था. अब centroid क्या है? Centroid is the intersection point of medians. Centroid of any triangle. Centroid of any triangle is intersection point of medians of the triangle. Okay? आप देख सकते हो ट्रायंगल के जो मीडियंस है वो भी कॉन्करेंट है तो सेम पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट करेंगे, एंड दैट इज इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ मीडियंस इज कॉल्ड सेंटर. गॉट इट?